Hi guys, welcome to the Left Field Knitter Podcast, Episode 3. Today is December 8, 2014. My name is Ann. You can find me as AnnFran25 on Ravelry, Twitter, and Instagram. There's a group set up in Ravelry under Left Field Knitter Podcast. Please feel free to join. Please introduce yourself in the thread. I'd like to start up some kind of conversation, get some activity in the group. So feel free to start up conversations, and I'll join in when I can. Hope to see you there. Show notes for the show can be found at leftfieldknitterpodcast.blogspot.com. There you can also see the videos and a couple of other videos that I've done. I'm also the owner of LFK Stitch Markers, and that is a shop that is on storeenvy.com. So that website is lfkstitchmarkers.storeenvy.com. Not much has happened this week, just work and things. Today is Monday. I normally record Friday nights after my husband's gone to work and my daughter's gone to sleep, just so there's no distractions. That did not happen. Batteries went dead, or at least I thought they did. Apparently when you connect a AV cord to the camera, you can't see the rear monitor, and it acts like the batteries are dead. So I went all weekend without recording. Didn't even think about pulling the cord out, see if it would come back on. But today I got a bright idea and did that, and it finally came back on. But good news is I got brand new batteries in the camera. My daughter put up the tree I put up the tree, and then my daughter decided to decorate the tree yesterday, which was Sunday. She's got groupings of different colors. She's got a group of pink, and then a group of purple, and then a group of blue. I love her. She's just so, she had so much fun. She was singing Christmas songs and watching Christmas movies. She was watching Santa Buddies, the little silly dog movie. She's a real big animal person. But this coming up weekend, both her and I are going for a haircut. My hair has gotten to the point where it's too long, so there will probably be about 4 or 5 inches cut off, and hopefully look a little bit better than it does. But that's pretty much it for life. Okay, so now we're going into foes, which I've labeled as mentally prepared. I'm trying to go with this left field type mentality. The first one that I finished was something called Violet Waffles by Haldora J. Excuse my reach. Let's see. Had everything set up on Saturday, and then I just got frustrated and threw everything on top of it. But I did a hat. Like I said, it's called Purple Waffles. I did this out of Barocco Vintage DK in the denim colorway, and it's really nice. It's real tight fitting. I'm not sure. I may add some more ribbing because it's not quite long enough, and it keeps slipping back on my head. But as far as the hat is concerned, it's a really nice hat. I love the yarn. It's real soft. Of course, it's an acrylic blend, so it'll go in a washing machine, no problem. That was done on US 4 for the ribbing and US 6 for the main body of the hats. The next one is the Casablanca hooded vest by Vera Sannon. This was made in Craft Smart yarn in the Gaverny colorway. It was done on US 7s for the hood and the ribbing, and a US 8 for the main body. And then my daughter decided that instead of going with a coordinating button, she wanted a contrasting button and went with pink buttons. So, and the normal pattern for the hooded vest only had short sleeves, but we decided to go with long sleeves. So as you can see, here's the hood, then you've got the 2 sleeves, and then the back. And then it's got 5 buttons. And these buttons are pretty special. These actually came out of my grandmother's button stash from that I inherited once she passed. And I still have an awful lot of buttons that I would love to use in some of my projects. The pattern did call for a 3-needle bind-off. I decided against that and went with the Kitchener stitch, and I think it looks a whole lot better than what a 3-needle bind-off would have looked like, because a 3-needle bind-off would have left it ridged. But overall, I'm extremely satisfied with the project, and she was extremely satisfied to have it to be able to wear to school. Let's see, and then the other finished projects that I have are 2 gifts for her teachers for this year. I still have one more to make, but we'll go over that one in my whips. So this is what they call the TPHPE, which is the prettiest top hat ever. The normal pattern just has the snowflake, but in some of the patterns, people had added trees to the top to make it completely square, and I preferred it that way. This is actually the 2nd year that I've made these for her teachers. So I've got one in red. These are actually double knit, so you've got red with white on the front, and then you've got white with red on the back. And then I've got a green with white. Actually, it's more of a cream. And these are being done out of peaches and cream cotton on a US size 4, because that's the tightest gauge that I can get without it becoming a brick. It's originally supposed to be done on, I think, on 7s. When I did that, it came out too loose and way too wide. So I'm not sure why she had it on 7s. But like I said, this is the TPHE hot pad. It's called The Prettiest Hot Pad Ever. It's by Heather Zoppetti. That's Zoppetti. And like I said, it is double knit. But that's it for the mentally prepared section. The whips, which let's see, trying to remember, I think I called them coming into focus. So for the first whip, let's see, what did I do with it? That's not it. Look, now I'm completely distracted. Let's see, what did I do with it? I'm gonna pause. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back. I found it. It had some reason gone on the other side of the room. I guess one of the cats decided to drag it. But this one I've only done, like I said, this is the 3rd Prettiest Hot Pad Ever by Heather Zoppetti. Zoppetti. There's an E in there, Ian. Oh Lord, there's my cats. But it's done on a US 4. Right now I have it on holders because I decided to try to do all 3 at the same time. Of course that didn't work out. Everything got all tangled. So I've got to transfer this over to the knitting needle, and then I can start on this one. The next work in progress is the Hito Fude cardigan. I did do some work on this today. I got another row and a half, or not a row and a half, another repeat and a half. And then I realized that I was going too fast, and the needle slipped out of a couple stitches and I dropped some. So I've got to go back and correct here and correct here. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to lace, but this is all I have so far, and this is being done on a US 4, and the yarn is brown sheep, nature spun fingering in the Ebony Shadows colorway. Like I said last time I talked about this project, it's one of their newer colorways, and this was originally from a cone of yarn that I got to make a circular shawl. So I'm hoping I have enough left over, and if not, I'll either have to finish out with solid black or finish out with maybe a contrasting with purple, which I think would look really nice. And the bags I use for a lot of my projects are just like little Michaels canvas bags that I got like 4 for like $5. They work really well for what I do. And then the next project is I'm doing the Classic Mittens by Pearl Soho. Again, these are being done out of Barocco Vintage DK in the denim colorway. They're being started on a size 2, and I've got to knit a 6-inch cuff and then turn it, and then I'll switch over to 3s for the rest. And I've just done the provisional cast on, and I've done a few rows of ribbing, not too much to show on that one. But that's really all I'm working on right now. So right now I have decided to kind of put in like the closet, what I'm calling the padded room, my 10-stitch blanket by Frankie Brown. I'm just not drawn to that project right now. I have a lot of other things that need to get off, like the pot holders, and I'd like to get the Hito Fude done, but that's not really a big deal until like spring gets here, whenever I might need something light to cover up with. But that's pretty much it as far as projects are concerned. Now I want to kind of talk about some distractions that happened. I received a prize from Talia and Marlecia of the Penhook and Needles podcast. Excuse the rattling of the plastic, but they sent me as part of my prize 2 skeins of the Cascade yarns, the Cherub Collection, Kaleidoscope DK, and this is kind of like a light blue and yellow yarn, and I've got 2 skeins of that. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Probably, I don't know, maybe some baby hats or something. It seems to be pretty nice. Might even be able to do a, what do you call it? Oh, the baby vertebrae. That might be nice out of that. And then the other thing that they sent as part of my prize is 2 skeins of the Kretzer, or Kurtzer, excuse me, On Your Toes sock yarn with the aloe vera. This is kind of like a purple and blue colorway. I've had this color before, and usually I got it at Tuesday morning, and I hadn't seen any recently there, because I was wanting some more, because the last pairs of socks that I had out of this got eaten up. My pets tend to lick things until they get holes in them. So, but that is colorway KOF 3822. But that's pretty much it as far as what I've received in the last couple of weeks. And as far as shop news, or what I'm calling, shiny, I have placed an order for some jump rings, and I'm hoping to be able to give knitters more options when it comes to stitch markers. Like for those that don't like my dangly stitch markers, these would be more like just rings with a little bead on them that some prefer. But that's pretty much all that's going on this week. I'm hoping to get back on normal schedule, not this Friday, but next Friday. Let's see, what day would that be? Excuse me while I look at my computer. That is going to be the 19th. So hopefully I'll be able to record sometime after 11:30 on Friday the 19th. And like I said, you can find my store at lfkstitchmarkers.storeenvy.net or .com, excuse me. And then the show notes for the show are found at leftfieldknitterpodcast.blogspot.com. Alright guys, have a great one. Bye.